All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top left. For big, it is ShoWTimE. In the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right. For the Shopify Rebellion, she is Scarlett. In the blue. And ShoWTimE going to be going for the block arena on the hatch. Now, you might be wondering, why are we watching this match? What's the significance? Well, it's a game of StarCraft, first and foremost. But this is a huge match because this is a qualifier for IEM Katowice, a $500,000 tournament. Winner of this match makes it into the direct qualifying match. So this is a preliminary match. There are 16 players in this qualifier. Top 7 advance. So if you win this match and then win the next one, you will make it through. If you lose this one, you still have a chance in the lower bracket, but it is going to be a tough row to hoe. Now, looking at this one, so far, not a whole lot going on. Obviously, it's a PvZ. It's early on. We haven't seen anything crazy. No proxy hatches, no Bly shenanigans, no 12 pools. Just a pretty standard run-of-the-mill setup. Now, Scarlett, she is a player that is, I mean, very, I would say pretty methodical. ShoWTimE, very similar as well. Now, Scarlett is going to be capable of pulling some trickery, getting aggressive perhaps, but I'm not too sure if she will end up going for that. We are going to see Chrono Boost on the first Adept, which does, of course, make sense because, you know, we have seen the hatch block, and there's the double Chrono. Okay. Now, we do have a Stargate coming on in from ShoWTimE behind us. Once again, no surprise. These are standard moves. First Adept will be the try to get something done move. Now, I wonder if ShoWTimE's going to go for 4 Adepts, 4 Gateway units before Warp Gate. Most Protoss players stop at 3, but ShoWTimE will go a little bit harder on that. Scarlett building quite a few Lings right here, going up to 12 Lings. And she drops an early Creep Tumor in the main, and even one at the third. Is ShoWTimE going to shade forward? He might. Yes, he will. There it is. Gets in behind the mineral line. Already sniping down 2 drones. Very nice and good positioning from ShoWTimE as well. And he's going to be able to grab quite a few Lings. Also, this is a very successful little setup here from ShoWTimE. Now, is he going to recall or is he going to go back in? He did see that there was more Lings at the natural. Oh, if he could get another drone, that would be amazing. Not quite. Almost gets it. Still 2 drones, 6 Lings when your opponent's committed to 12 Lings. That is actually really good because Scarlett overbuilt Lings here. Oh, ShoWTimE just going to go straight on through over those queens. Oh, can you get that Creep Tumor? That would be really nice, but no. Looks like he already switched off the Pulsar Beam. Still 5 drones and 6 Lings for some damage on an Oracle and 2 Adepts. This early in the game, this is a fantastic start for ShoWTimE. He's going to be very pleased with this. Scarlett, we'll see what her weapon of choice is. I do like the creep spread she started up. Already getting some tumors really nicely covering. Okay, it will be a quick Evo chamber here. Oh, ShoWTimE. I was going to say, I wouldn't mind if he cancels the shades. Maybe even shaded on top of the Lings themselves. Oracle going to come on into the natural, but will be deflected by just a single queen. And ShoWTimE has gone triple Oracle, leaving the low HP one at home. I like this very much. Smart move. 2 more Adepts warping in. This is quite a few. Now, we are going to see Robotics Facility in a Forge. This is a bit of a ShoWTimE classic here. Oh, Revelation misses the active tumor. And this will actually be all 3 of these Adepts getting cleaned up before the shade finishes. That's actually very good for Scarlett right there. Does cost her 8 Lings, but Oracle's used a little bit of energy. Scarlett is still droning up to try and catch up in this game. Where are the Lings? They will try and get in on top of these Adepts. Oh, ShoWTimE is going to shade forward again. Will grab another 2 drones. Gets himself into a good little position. Scarlett, though, not too bad. +1 melee is on the way. Ooh, double Oracle getting back to the main base. Another 3 drones getting picked off. ShoWTimE, yeah, he's really cooking in terms of worker kills. Now, it has not come for free. What is that, 7 Adepts? I mean, the early damage makes this pretty nice. I do think Scarlett's in a bit of a tough position right now. She is actually going to get supply blocked here at 82. Oh, finding probes, not bad. But on the other side of the map, another 5 drones already going down. The Oracle's finding a big opening where there were no queens ready. Oh. ShoWTimE did kind of leave them hanging, but the queens were not there to punish. Now, on the other side of the map, oh, Scarlett does grab a second probe and a sentry. So that's not too bad. Still, if ShoWTimE goes for a big charge lot Archon push, which is a real possibility, and this is kind of a cool mind game from ShoWTimE. Now, Scarlett did not scout the Robo, but he has gone for Robo, and that usually means disruptors when it's ShoWTimE playing, but not always. If he just goes for a big charge lot Archon drive, Scarlett might have a tough time defending. She is going to stop droning quite early and actually adds her own infestation pit. In this case, if ShoWTimE doesn't see this coming, then Scarlett just plays heavy Swarm Host. First of all, that would be super funky, given the fact that she's gone fast melee upgrades. But considering the fact that ShoWTimE doesn't have any Colossus or any meaningful splash besides the Archons, if it does end up being Swarm Host, that could be very good for Scarlett. And she does see that it's a lot of Zealots, a couple of Mortals. I think you go Swarm Host here. Oh man, Scarlett getting kind of heavily supply blocked. She does have some fantastic creep spread, which would mean that Oracles would not have the easiest time, but it looks like it is going to be a fast hive. Okay. No Baneling Nest just yet. That's a little bit interesting. Lings will get deflected from the natural. ShoWTimE does have the wall up. It is for now just Charge Lot Immortal Archon, but there's the Storm being added on. ShoWTimE getting up to a couple more gateways as well. Ooh, Scarlett going to lose some of these Lings in the middle of the map. Kind of just leaving those there. Her creep spread is fantastic in this game, but ShoWTimE is going to start to clear it up. ShoWTimE does have to be a little bit careful without a Warp Prism here. But there's just a little creep clearing mission, and he'll back away. Yeah, Scarlett's creep spread is actually ridiculous right now in this game. There's that Baneling Nest coming online. Hive finishing up very shortly. There's the Bane speed and +1 Carapace coming on. And this is going to be fast ultras, isn't it? But if it is, I mean, there's already a couple of Mortals. It is only single Robo. So it's not like ShoWTimE is going to be able to pump out a crazy crap ton of Immortals very quickly. He is battening down the hatches here on his 4 bases. Already has quite a bit of static defense at this 3rd. And adding on quite a bit at the 4th base as well. ShoWTimE does get the scout on Scarlett's Hive. And there it is. There's the Ultra Cavern. Couple of Vipers. Scarlett. She is on a pretty nice worker count. Stasis Ward gets blown up by the Corrosive Bile. Man, this creep spread is really great from Scarlett here. Like, absolutely fantastic. Ooh, there is the Fleet Beacon. Could be Stargate. Could just be a quick mothership, to be honest. Or pardon me, carrier. Could be quick mothership. And honestly, I mean, I don't think the new mothership is fantastic in this matchup. Ooh, we are going to see Zealous getting it on top of this 4th base, or 5th base, I should say. But we've also got Zealots on the bottom side going to the 4th. Nice little multi-prong coming in from ShoWTimE and Scarlett. She will save this one hatchery, but it will cost her a few Banes. A couple of drones going down as well. The Spine Crawler did buy some quite a bit of time, but not a bad little move from ShoWTimE. The whole position Zealot just chilling there. ShoWTimE grabbing a 5th Nexus during all this. And he is getting the 2nd Stargate. Looks like Scarlett was able to scout this, and no mothership on the way just yet, so it is just going to be carriers. Scarlett will want to try and get something done with her Ultras. Once they pop, they're going to have Chitinous plating in not too long. Ooh, Storm. Ha, funnily enough, the Stasis Ward kind of protecting. Roach is not going to care too much about Storms, but the static defenses will buy time for ShoWTimE to get his army back in position. And there it is now, a 3rd Stargate coming on in for the German Protoss. Scarlett's creep spread is actually just looking fantastic. Lings, all of them going down there. Resources lost. Not a whole lot of stuff happening in its game too early. Oh, Storm and feedback. Storm's not so great, but the feedback's very good. Immortal does get left a little bit hanging. And Archon also going down. That last Storm, very good. Getting huge damage done. ShoWTimE splitting his army into 2 groups here. Where are the Ultras? Ooh, Scarlett not sending them to the front line yet. She wants this to be a surprise. She wants this to be a surprise and to hit very hard. She is going to have +3 melee on those Ultras as well as the chitinous plating. Anabolic Synthesis and +2 Carapace still a ways away from completing, but the speed upgrade off creep is pretty fast, so it won't be that long. ShoWTimE is adding on that mothership. It's about to pop out. How many Overseers does Scarlett have? Even though the cloaking field is not permanent, it can be quite strong. She's also got 57 larvae, so she is ready to remax on a lot of Lings here. Man, ShoWTimE has so many cannons. D Mauer is loaded on up. Scarlett, no 6th base just yet. There is the mothership being revealed. All right, here come the Ultras. 6 Immortals and 5 Archons. Are there any Vipers left? Yes. Where are they? I'm not too sure. There is the jump on this army. Oh, ShoWTimE's going to lose a couple of units here. The, man, that Time Warp really slowing down these units, but I think Corrosive Biles landed on the mothership, and a Parasitic Bomb finishes it off. That is not what I expected. That died very quickly. It must have eaten a lot of Corrosive Biles. Meanwhile, we've got Zealots coming in on the bottom side. That is too many Zealots for this meager number. Well, not meager number. It was actually a decent number of Spine Crawlers. These are like 5 Spines. But will buy a lot of time. Does thin out the numbers. Scarlett rebuilding 4 Spines once again. And it looks like this attack on the top side also getting cleaned up. Scarlett, that was a really nice trade for her, actually. She barely lost anything. A lot of damage on the Ultras, but it looks like a few of them were transfused up, perhaps. Ooh. Oh, meanwhile, other side of the map, we are going to see the Warp Prism. Should be dealt with by these Queens. Very low on HP, and the Zealots are getting cleaned up. Oh my god. 1 hit. No, it's still got a little bit of shields. Stalkers on the top side trying to skirmish down an Ultralisk. They will be able to take it out, but that is a few too many Ultras here. I think I'd prefer to see a snipe on the Creep Tumor at this point. Almost get more value there. Corruptors are going to come on in. We do have a Greater Spire done. 7 Immortals are on the field. Scarlett getting ready for a big push on this top side. ShoWTimE is not in position. Only 2 pylons powering all these static defenses. Scarlett taking down all of them. Not the pylons, but the static defenses. Only 1 depowered cannon and an empty battery left over at the end. But, oh, Scarlett with a bit of a bad rally here. Will lose 2 Ultras and a few Roaches and Ravagers. That was a big mistake, actually. Meanwhile, Zealots on the bottom side, once again, are going to tear through these Spines. They do buy a lot of time, the Spines that is, and they will clear up a few of the Zealots. And that's going to be enough for this very small number of Lings to clean this up. +3 Adrenal Glands Lings against 0 armor, 1 shield. Zealots is pretty good. Now Scarlett says, okay, fine, you're going to keep sending Zealots down here. I'm going to keep reinforcing it. This time, even more Spines. Going up to 9 Spines on this base. Meanwhile, getting very good upgrades for her ground, even adding the +1 air weapons and a second Spire. Looks like Banelings and Lings getting it on top of this base. Ooh, recall into the fight. I don't know about this one. Recalling right on top of Ultras. That will allow the Ultras to go to town on this. Zealot Warp-In might be enough. Yeah, it will hold these Ultras in place, which means the Immortals can get the kills. Still, Scarlett takes this opportunity to take down the bottom side base and knocks ShoWTimE, or rather, not even knocks him, just prevents that 6th base from being established. Scarlett building more Ultras right now. She is going ham with the Space Cows. Scarlett on the top side. She is going to probably lose her own 6th base, though. That's a big pick off for ShoWTimE. Both players struggling to secure a new base, but Scarlett is trading efficiently against a Protoss on equivalent bases, and that was a lot of Zealots right there. Even though the base did ultimately fall, Scarlett does need a new base very soon, but so too does ShoWTimE. The creep spread still very good, and you can see this one tumor that I was talking about earlier is up and running there. No units in position here, but a ton of static defense. Parasitic Bomb on the Oracles, very nice, actually. Corrosive Biles will actually miss, but, oh, Lings and Banes get on top of the mineral line. Still only 6 probes going down. That was actually really expensive for Scarlett. ShoWTimE, I mean, both players are still maxed out. ShoWTimE's got a huge gas bank. No carrier transition yet. 10 Immortals. Scarlett's still going ham on the Ultras. 6 more Ultras on the way. She is just refusing to admit that, you know, ShoWTimE has enough Immortals. Does she not have... Okay, she started 3 Infestors. She just finished them. They will have Neural Parasite pretty soon. Broodlords are out, but not in big numbers. Only 4 broods. Fungal growth going to come on in. I mean, that's not going to do too much. That slows down a couple of the units, but Scarlett's going to lose this base, I think. ShoWTimE can just click it down and get on out. Oh, he will recall. Does he lose that one Archon? Just barely, yes. Meanwhile, oh, the Immortals and Archons on the top side. Well, this is going to be a lot of dead Immortals. Scarlett needs to run this down. If she can run this down, she might be able to get something done with the Ultras on the other side of the map. There's no recall available, except for maybe the Mothership. Oh, the second recall. 1, 2, 3. 3 Immortals go down. Wait, was that? No, no, no. That was the regular recall. Scarlett will be able to deny this base. Neural Parasite is available. So too are... Oh, it's just 1 Neural Parasite available. Storms on the Ling's going to be pretty good. We've got 4 Tempests coming in at a time. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Zealots, they're going to get cleaned up. This Spine Crawler will... Oh, get saved by the creep drop. Nice job from Scarlett. Good work. This game is... It's funny that they both have so much money still because they haven't taken a base in such a long time, but 5 bases is a lot. Now, the Tempest from ShoWTimE. Oh, these Ultras getting caught a little bit, but thanks to the new Weight Watchers diet, they will be able to escape on out. Both players getting heavy, going heavily into the upgrades in the late game. Parasitic Bomb on one of these Oracles. Second one also getting Parabombed. This should kill both of them. Can he get back to the shield battery in time? No, it... Oh. Oh, right. Shields. Duh. 7 HP. Survives. I was going to say I wouldn't have minded an Abduct. There was a couple of Queens underneath. But they're only +1 Queens, and they're actually +2 Shields Oracles. Scarlett getting into 3-2 for her air, starting that up. Oh, she does not want to go for this. But it looks like she did get the kill on the Nexus. Parasitic Bomb, or pardon me, Corrosive Bile hitting this one Immortal. Yeah, Nexus goes down. Scarlett did lose 1 Ultralisk, which is not cheap. Ooh, nice Abduct there from Scarlett. We'll be able to take down the last Oracle. ShoWTimE should rebuild this. This is such a basic-looking army, but it's actually very powerful. Now, I think, yeah, more Broodlords is the key for Scarlett right now. Man, 10 Ultras is so many Ultras. But ShoWTimE is building 2 Immortals at a time. Oh, Scarlett transfusing a couple of the Space Cows back up. And she is ready to settle in for a very long game. She has finally properly secured this 6th base. I wonder where her drones are. She's only on 60 drones. This one Zealot skating right into its death. More and more spines coming up. She is really going ham on the spine crawlers. These Ultras, they will get greeted and deflected by a couple Immortals, couple Archons, and a ton of static defense. Scarlett is an excellent spellcaster microer. She's very good with this late game army setup. ShoWTimE, it'll be up to him to land some really important feedbacks. Scarlett has kind of suddenly gotten up to a decent infestor count. Oh, Revelation is going to be big. No Abduct right there to punish that Revelation. Neural Parasite could be big on all these Archons. Ultras a little bit out of position. ShoWTimE, I don't think you want to attack into this position. I would have liked to have seen the Ultras of Scarlett maybe held back in reserve a little bit further. Tempests will be looking to dance in and out. No Tectonic Destabilizers, though. Oh, there's the Abduct on the Oracle. It did get a little bit, well, way too far forward, to be honest. Queen will fall, wandering a little bit too far forward. Pardon me, High Templar looking around. Oh, feedback on an Infestor. Very nice. Oh, but there's the Fungal Growth. We'll grab one of those High Templar. ShoWTimE does have a huge bank, and it is quite a bit bigger than Scarlett's. So if he can take an even trade, and that's mostly because Scarlett is on a lower drone count, like way lower worker count, but she's got a much, much more powerful, bigger army. Purposely staying on a low drone count to try and take good fights. And I mean, as long as ShoWTimE doesn't secure way more bases and out-trade her by a lot, we are going to see an Archon getting abducted. Feedback on an Overseer is not really what you want. Scarlett doesn't want to let ShoWTimE take down this base for free. Ultra's going very far away. Was there a run by? No. Scarlett might have been trying to go for her own run by here. Oh, Fungal Growth on these Archons. Going to be able to grab 2 of them. Well, technically grabbing 3, but I think it's going to be 2 that go down. Yeah, there's the second one falling. Observer does have a really nice position. Oh, there's no Overseer with this little Corruptor Viper squad. It's like a couple Zealots did get in here. Got 1 drone, maybe. Ooh, Tempests. Do see that the Corruptors are a little bit out of position, so they're able to get a couple of pickoffs here. Scarlett playing very conservative with her Broodlord positioning. She does not want to get sniped down by Tempests. Oh, but she's going to start to take down these rocks to let her reposition the spellcasters a little bit more. ShoWTimE has recognized that the air army of Scarlett's a little bit out of position. He's just going to step in, can click down this base, but he is not going to stick around. Nice feedback, though, from ShoWTimE. Grabs one of those Vipers. Ooh, good Storm as well. There's the Yoink on the Mama ship. It did drop a good Time Warp, very good Time Warp. But the Archons will not be able to close the distance. Only a couple volleys going in. And ShoWTimE might have pushed a little bit too far back. Good abduct right there from Scarlett. Grabs one of those Archons. And I think that was a better trade for Scarlett. It was pretty even, but she did get the very powerful Mothership there. ShoWTimE. Oh, that Archon barely falling. Had 2 HP left. This one Creep Tumor from earlier, by the way, is somehow still alive. Good job from Scarlett. Pushes that attack back. Ooh, ShoWTimE, though. Big Zealot run by on the bottom side. Nice burrow play from Scarlett. And look at her repositioning all those spines a little bit further forward, but that's going to be too late to save this base. It is deado. There's actually not that many Broodlords. Only 7 Broodlords at the moment. Nice Fungal Growth, though. Scarlett. Okay, it was just a recall to this base. I was going to say she might be able to jump these High Templar if the units didn't recall, but good job from ShoWTimE. He recalls to the closest base. Now, Scarlett cannot allow this base to go up, having just lost her own. She does still have a big bank, but there we go. There's the snipe down on the base, and she's actually going to find a couple of probes, too. I would say that's maybe a little bit more painful to lose this base as well as the probes for ShoWTimE. Because Scarlett holds the base as kind of being contested. Finally, ShoWTimE able to clear out a little bit of creep in the middle of the map. He does have to be a little bit careful. I don't think he's got the double recall. Mothership. Okay, Mothership just popped again and has its own recall available. But Scarlett, can she jump this army? No, you really don't want to. I mean, that would be a lot of Immortals to take down if she could. Ooh, Zealots on the top side. Going to find this completely undefended base. That's going to be a good pick-off for ShoWTimE. It is very even. Look at the banks. They're almost identical right now. I'd love to see ShoWTimE click on this base once again. We are going to see a revelation on this army. Scarlett, does she know that ShoWTimE has repositioned his army on the bottom side? I'm not too sure. Meanwhile, Carrier's finally coming in from ShoWTimE. He might be thinking that Scarlett is a little bit more broke than she is, and that is not the case. Tectonic destabilizers can take down that base in a hurry, but ShoWTimE is a little bit worried about taking a bad fight. Scarlett, ooh, will be able to find an opening on this base. Recall, there it is. That's what I want to see. Recalling on top of this. Going to be able to take down how many Ultras? Well, no target fire, so none, but saves the base and now had drawn the air army out of position. And that is going to be another takedown on this base. Oh, that's the kind of usage of the mothership I've been looking for. Act as a secondary recall. That is what I like to see. Good stuff out of ShoWTimE here. And he's going to be able to clear out this creep. Does have to be a little bit careful. There is another recall available. Oh, mothership will get saved, but the double abduct on the carriers, that's pretty nice from Scarlett. Scarlett is out trading ShoWTimE by actually a pretty decent margin. 4,400 resources more efficient. But ShoWTimE does secure this base on the bottom side. That is so many static defenses. Banelings, though, they're going to be pretty good at blowing this up, and the Ultras as well. And there's no recall available this time. Scarlett should be able to find this base. ShoWTimE is racing over with what he's got. Oh, Scarlett could find these 5 Heart Templar that are all maxed out on energy. Oh, nope. Okay, can she get one of them, though? Oh, does snipe it down with the Ravager. No, be careful with those Space Cows. They are expensive units. Air Army of Scarlett is trying to rotate back over. The Broodlord's lagging behind a little bit. Nice abduct on one of those Tempests. Good storm on the Corruptors, but I think Scarlett is just controlling the army better. ShoWTimE is doing a better job at, like, well, now Scarlett's moving her army pretty well in response to what ShoWTimE's doing. It is hard to stay mobile with a Broodlord army. But that movement with the Ultras was very good. Oh my god, that abduct. That was the shortest abduct that's ever happened in StarCraft 2 history. Oh man, I love the way she's using these Ultras. Mothership is up at the top side. Does have recall available now. I think it just came back off cooldown potentially. But Lings and Bane's going to be able to take this down. Oh, Cloaking Field, but there are Overseers. And Scarlett. Oh, there's the recall. Ooh, this could be a couple Ultras going down, but it's actually not going to be that many. I think that was still good for Scarlett. And now ShoWTimE only on 38 probes. Scarlett is only on 32 drones. But once again, Scarlett's been trading so much more efficiently. And ShoWTimE's bank is depleting much faster. Now, this is a pretty nice find. Taking down this base in 6 drones there. But as the static defenses get ripped apart over and over again, Scarlett just continuously rotating with the Ultraling Bane. She's doing such a good job of being where ShoWTimE is not. And ShoWTimE is kind of chasing it around with recalls. The first time, it was very nice. Ooh, Mothership does not have recall available here. And this base, it's not a super important base. But ShoWTimE's mining is not particularly high. Neither is Scarlett's, but ShoWTimE's... Well, ShoWTimE's bank is depleting a little bit quicker. Oh, Caustic Spray. Just finishing that base off. That was actually kind of cute from Scarlett. And here come the Lings, Banes, and Ultras. Oh, those Immortals in the mineral line. Going to be good against this. There's the recall again. The problem is there's just nothing that bursts down the Ultras besides those Immortals. So they just keep running away every time ShoWTimE goes for the chase. Scarlett knocking ShoWTimE down to really just one mining base at the moment. Actually, it is just one mining base. And she has got... Well, she's got a little bit more mineral income to work with at the very least. Gas mining getting very low. Is there gas mining on this base? No, they're both really mining from just one base, but Scarlett's got a little bit more in the tank. In terms of, like, there's more availability. Banelings do get some big connections on those Zealots. ShoWTimE does have a little bit more of a bank now, but that 6,000 resources lost advantage lead is holding firm for Scarlett. God, this game is so close. One big fight could very easily decide it all. Scarlett... Oh, I think she lost that base without canceling, which at this point, money is starting to become very, very tight. Neither player has been able to properly secure a new base. Although ShoWTimE's done a good job of making sure this one did not go down. It's cost them a lot of money in static defenses every time. I would say even trades, but still not free. Oh, speaking of expensive, that is going to be a lot of Zealots going down on the bottom side. Will cost a couple of Banelings. I do like the addition of High Templar right here, especially since it is not just Ultras. It is Ultraling Bane. But on the top side, Scarlett will be able to find a couple of probes. They're both at well above 150 army supply. God, this game is actually incredibly tense. Ooh, static defense is going to chip away at some of these Zealots. There are quite a few storms available. Scarlett, does she want to take this fight? I don't think so. Oh, but Neural Parasites could be big. Nice feedbacks, though. There are the two Neurals grabbing a couple of the Immortals, but this is not going to be close to enough for Scarlett. Very good trade for ShoWTimE right here. Takes down a lot of that army, and now the Archon zoning out the Corruptors. This is going to be the last mining base of Scarlett getting taken down. Very nice little pickoff from ShoWTimE. And that could be what breaks this game wide open. Oh, Broodlords will get back in position, though. We'll be able to take down a few of these units. At this point, I want to see a recall to bring the whole Sky Army over and try and snipe down those Broods. But Corruptors are back in position. Storms were pretty good on this. Big blink forward in on top of the Broodlords. Nice Blinding Cloud from Scarlett. Really limiting the range of these Stalkers. But how many Broodlords do we have? Only 6 remaining. And as another blink forward comes in, now there's only 4. Fungal Growth will come on in, but there's not enough DPS to kill this army. Scarlett's going to have to give up this base again. ShoWTimE still maxed out, denying the last little bit of mineral income. I think ShoWTimE has done it after all this. But there is still a huge air army for Scarlett. Ooh, it's going to be storms to try and come on in. Nice recall from ShoWTimE. Scarlett going to take so much damage on these Corruptors. Look at that. A huge Broodlord morph, and that is the last of Scarlett's bank. Does she have enough to win out, though? With the 9 Broodlords, ShoWTimE is going to spend the majority of his money. He's only got 2 Archons on the field. I think right now... Oh, man, he is so mineral-starved, actually. I think Stalkers might be the way. Oh, look at that. Changeling's trapping one of these Archons. Going to be able to get both of them. That's actually quite nice for Scarlett. This is not over yet. It looks like it, because there's 0 drones for Scarlett. Literally 0. And in fact, she can't even make a hatchery and build another drone. If she does, she won't have the money. So she needs to mine 2 more mineral trips. Oh, please don't build a hatchery, Scarlett. No, no, no. Don't do it. It's a trap. No, literally, no. Okay, okay. She realized. Oh, my God. Oh, and she just taps out. She taps out when she realizes she will not be able to reestablish an economy. Scarlett takes... Or pardon me, ShoWTimE takes game number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning up at the top left for big. It is ShoWTimE outlasting his opponent. And spawning down in the bottom right, she is the Queen of Blades from the Shopify Rebellion. It's Scarlett. In the blue. That was such a strange way for that game to end. That was so interesting. Literally just a situation where she could not reestablish her economy in any meaningful, in any reasonable time frame. Oh, Scarlett actually sending her drone back to the natural. I think she might have missed the probe. So she goes up to a 17th drone and actually is a little bit late on the hatchery. That is less than ideal. Now, this has been a very interesting game number 1 already. Oh, look at that. ShoWTimE double checking from the high ground that his opponent had taken a base. Good job. ShoWTimE is really good at understanding how to utilize the ground army in this late game. I really liked the addition. I really liked the addition of those Blink Stalkers at the very end. I think that was a super clever play. I think that was extremely clever. Reminder that these IEM Katowice qualifiers, there is no World Championship this year. Or sorry, not no World Championship. The World Championship is pushed further back. So this is a, you cannot qualify directly via points. You qualify via these qualifiers or winning tournaments. So it is a big deal. Once again, it's a $500,000 tournament that these two players are trying to qualify for. The winner of this will not make it in, nor will the loser be eliminated. But winner takes a huge step forward. They are just one map away, or one match away. And the loser is going to have to win, I think, 3 matches in a row, or at least 2 in a row. Oh. We are going to be seeing a drone being saved here from Scarlett. Good job. She does go up to 6 lings once again on this base, and it looks like 4 in the main. ShoWTimE did have a very successful early game with those adepts in game number 1, and already ShoWTimE grabbing a couple of lings and just getting on out. This time, it's a much more conservative playbook from ShoWTimE. Doesn't dive in. But Scarlett built a lot of lings once again, so, you know, that extra set of lings that she builds is effectively a drone that she doesn't, and because the 2 lings died, I would basically equate that to ShoWTimE killing a drone and getting out with everything. In fact, that's exactly how I am going to equate it. I'm going to consider that a drone kill. Oh, ShoWTimE just kind of standing his ground, picks off another couple of lings. Oracle getting into the main base will be able to grab a couple of drones. Oh, and there's nothing in the natural, so that's going to be... Oh, a couple of larvae actually getting targeted down. ShoWTimE realized he didn't have the DPS to kill that Spore Crawler quickly enough. The morphing one. Obviously, if you kill it, that's huge. That's a really nice pickoff. But even just getting the larva there is kind of nice after already killing a couple of drones, and ShoWTimE hasn't lost anything yet. And here comes the push I was maybe talking about a little bit in game number 1. The more adepts than usual at this timing. There's only 6 lings on the field, 6 more being produced. If ShoWTimE commits in with this, he could find so much damage. 20 lings now in production, but the rest of them are not going to pop out just yet. Ling's trying to body block here, but ShoWTimE is already in the mineral line. Oh, and no surround just yet. This is going to be so many dead drones. Oh, ShoWTimE actually shaded out. Did he only lost 1 adept. And he got 6 drones for this. Scarlett. Oh, she's trying to go past this. Okay, never mind. She just kind of missed the adepts, but will be able to get on top of them, killing most of them. Oh, can ShoWTimE get one more drone? Yes, he can. Could have maybe targeted down an 8th drone, but still, that was pretty darn good. Pretty darn good, if you ask me. Oh, good positioning on the queens here from Scarlett. ShoWTimE. Will he be able to deal with the counterattack on the other side of the map? We don't have Blink done, but we do have a shield battery, and the Stalkers are close enough to a Nook that they can get back in there, no problem. Scarlett, once again, with some good creep spread here. Man, the shield battery is so nice in that mineral line. It really just simplifies things so much against any kind of counterattack. Oh, is ShoWTimE going to go for a big Blink Stalker attack this time? He gets in, finds another 5 drones. Jeez, ShoWTimE, have yourself a game. He's killed 14 drones in the early game and 15 lings for just 5 adepts. And, of course, some Oracle energy and HP. Oh, this is not going to be a big all-in. This is going to be very quick storm. So this is something that Classic messed around with going into Gamers 8. And it was, honestly, it's a really cool style of play. Oh, ShoWTimE getting himself maybe a little bit too deep. Oh, wow. He's not only not going to get too deep, he manages to get a scout on every single base. He does see 6 gases. This, honestly, might be making me think Ling Muta. But There's the Hydra Den. There's the Infestation Pit. Oh, Scarlett dropped it in view. If ShoWTimE had attacked with Charge Lot Archon, that would have been a big problem. But, of course, Scarlett has seen the early Stalkers, so she knew most likely that ShoWTimE was going for this. Now, behind this, ShoWTimE adds on Charge plus 2 weapons and 2 more robotics facilities. Now the Storm comes on in. Scarlett going to start to transition in towards the Lurkers here and a Hive. Ooh, nice bait on the Stasis Wards. But with those Oracles having so much energy, going to be no way to take this fight for Scarlett. However, ShoWTimE did drain Oracle energy on... He didn't really, like, spread out the Oracle energy usage, so one of them has a ton of energy. The other 2 are actually not high enough in energy to use their Pulsar Beams. And once again, I mean, I don't want to be too critical, but it is important to balance that energy. It usually never comes up, but yeah, this is a little bit of a funky situation, especially with Massling on the field while you're going Blink Stalker. You do need those Oracles to be high on energy to cover this. ShoWTimE warping in a lot of High Templar here. I mean, he could gear up for a very big attack as Storm plus 2 weapons and Charge all come online. And it feels like that's what he maybe wants to be going for. He will have a couple of Immortals as well. Scarlett is getting in towards these Lurkers. 5 Lurkers fired up right away. And she can get in towards the Hive upgrades for them very shortly. And they will have plus 1 weapons also. So I don't think ShoWTimE can just run her over right now, as long as those Lurkers are burrowed up in position. But this is going to be a really powerful looking push. And the Lurkers, even though they started the plus range very quickly, they're not going to be the most effective weapons right away. Oh, that's a big Ling counterattack on the other side of the map. ShoWTimE instantly warps into the natural. There's no cannon or shield battery there. But there is a cannon at the 3rd base. Adrenal Glands is on the way, but it's not done yet. And Scarlett will get pushed back. She's going to try and take down this Archon. Will be able to get it. And a couple of Zealots, but it's not exactly cheap. Certainly not free. Yeah, that was, well, I mean, it was a gas unit. I think I'm okay with this. Why does it say 275 gas? That's not right. That is incorrect. So battle report lying to us a little bit. That was actually pretty close to even, because it's 350 gas for an Archon. Meanwhile, Zealots on the bottom side, they're going to get deflected by the Lings and Spines. Scarlett did a pretty good job of dealing with those Zealot run-bys in game number 1, but there was obviously some room for improvement. Now she will have a big push potential with these Lurkers finishing up Adaptive Talons very shortly and already having that range. There are 6 Immortals, but only 2 Archons. Not a whole hell of a lot else. Now, it will come down to the engagement to where the units can kind of set up. Scarlett does have high ground vision for the moment, but she loses it as those Lings go down. Looks like, oh, she wanted to go for a little counterattack. This time there was no unit on the wall, but ShoWTimE instantly fixes that, and he's got the cannon and the shield battery now. Good job from ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, Zealots on the bottom side, they're going to be able to find a big opening here. Lings from the counterattack will get back home, and they will be able to deal with this. Scarlett going double attack upgrades, by the way. Oh, that random Adept is kind of funny. Lurker's going to be able to get back in position. Scarlett starting to take some better trades. Thanks, of course, to those Lurkers. This Hydra really wants to die, and it will get its wish. Oh, no, it won't. But the army of Scarlett is out of position. Fortunately on creep, Lurkers are pretty darn quick. Pretty darn quick. ShoWTimE is getting close to 3-2 upgrades for his heir. And he is going to add on the Fleet Beacon and 2 more Stargates. Ooh, Stasis Wards are very good here, grabbing 4 Lurkers. Scarlett not able to spot those out. Easier said than done. She does start up her +3 missile here. Oh, that's a lot of Lurkers here, but that's also a lot of Immortals. Now, is there detection here? No, there's not. And one Archon gets blown the hell up almost instantly. Scarlett is getting in towards the Greater Spire. 60 more Lings coming on in. And the Immortals are kind of trapped. Oh, there's the Revelation. But I think Scarlett can maybe pick this fight. Oh, the High Templar does go down. There's another one behind it with 2 more Storms. Scarlett is going to have to get out of here, though. Like now. Like, she's about to get concaved on super hard. But the Immortals on the left side are in some big trouble. They're going to get isolated by the Lings. Now, the Archons will clear out all of those Lurkers. And it turns out, like I said, you don't necessarily need the Immortals. It's just you need a big concave and to get on top of those Lurkers. I'm not sure who I like that better for. The Immortal count is difficult to replenish, and the Lurkers can be replenished rather quickly. Yeah, I think I like that better for Scarlett. Just a little bit. However, I mean, she's... Well... No, economy is pretty even. Now, she has kept ShoWTimE off of a 5th base while getting her own 5th and 6th bases set up. And she is on a much higher worker count than she was before. Oh, this time also 7 spines on this base, very nicely aligned, so they're covering each other as well. Lings have got to be really careful. Scarlett does not want to lose all these Lings. Storms are huge. Oh my god. The Zerg Manatee, 19 kills, 26 kills on that High Templar. And Scarlett getting stormed. 85 Lings for 0. Absolutely nuts. Observer will be able to find this one Lurker. Oh, nice Transfuse, keeping that one alive. Second one. Oh, Transfuse. Oh, it saves itself. Observer will get... Oh, Scarlett, kill it. The Queens are right there. Go, get it. There it is. Carriers are going to start to come on in. Scarlett starting up her own Corruptors. It's going to be Corruptor Lurker, basically, for the moment. She actually doesn't have the free supply. Oh, man, those Storms were absolutely bonkers. Ooh, but this army of ShoWTimE could end up getting taken down here. Now, Carriers should be able to kill this base, I think. Maybe? Oh, big Storm on those Lurkers. ShoWTimE's got to be careful. Transfuse on the hatchery. No, not going to be able to save it. Oh, Recall will not save that one Carrier, but getting the hatchery is quite valuable. Now, Lurkers have kind of zoned this army out of this base, but a Stasis Ward did catch a couple of little Lurkers. ShoWTimE does see exactly where Scarlett's army is, and there's no anti-air. Oh, but there's no energy on the Oracles either. Oh, ShoWTimE does not want to lose these Oracles. Scarlett, oh, not able to get either of them. Wow, that was very fortunate for ShoWTimE. Barely gets the save there. Ooh, but we are going to see the static defenses mostly getting depowered. The rest of them will get cleaned up. Scarlett will find a lot of probes and the base potentially. These are +2 adrenal glands Lings. Ooh, now ShoWTimE going for the counterattack here. Big Stasis Ward and Storms keeping these Lurkers at bay. And I think ShoWTimE can actually take the fight right here. Meanwhile, on the top side, there is going to be a Zealot run by that's finding a lot. Now, Immortals will go down. High Templar getting blown up by the Lurkers. And ShoWTimE kind of splitting his attention here. The one Archon in the mineral line is going to town. Meanwhile, Zealots on the top side have cleaned out pretty much the entire base. Both players taking massive damage, economic and to their armies. And it does look like they've traded very evenly in this last little segment. But I like that a lot better for ShoWTimE because he comes out of this with more workers. I will say, though, actually, no, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. He doesn't have a 5th base. And Scarlett can just re-drone her bases. She does have the money to do so. ShoWTimE needs this base so badly. Oh, man. Scarlett playing Ling Lurker Corruptor right now. Ooh, Corruptors. No, don't. I mean, well, this is kind of fine, actually. ShoWTimE is out of position. No recall available. Battery overcharge going to get popped. That will not keep this base alive. We will see one Corruptor fall. And that's actually going to really gut ShoWTimE's mining now. It was only a half base. But yeah, until this base comes back online, ShoWTimE's economy is really in the gutter. Whereas Scarlett has reestablished her eco quite nicely. She does need to transfer some drones over to this base. Oh man, she really needs to transfer some drones over to that base. Where are they? Where are the rest of her drones? I mean, I guess she's got 6 extra here. There's 77 drones on the map. Are they like burrowed or something somewhere? I guess they're spread out across a lot of bases. That is so many carriers for ShoWTimE, by the way. 9 carriers. Can Scarlett even compete with this? She's got 15 of her own corruptors. Beautiful feedbacks on those huge storms on the Lings and on the corruptors right there. ShoWTimE's air army is untouched, and Scarlett is going to have no choice but to tap out. ShoWTimE getting it done with the carriers at the end. And he will move on to the qualifying match. And if you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos, including those IEM Katowice qualifier videos. We'll catch you on the flip side.